Hello and welcome to this tutorial on creating a bento box using the Quiltler 3 app. The app is available for iPhone and iPad as well as Mac as an iPad app. Uh, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go make sure we're on our library tab and looking at our designs. We'll go ahead and add a new design here. We'll call it the bento box. We could add a description or whatever. We're going to go ahead and change the number of blocks to 6 wide and 6 high for this bento box block. And I'll actually call it a block. And then we'll hit create design. And you'll see that we've got this nice canvas that is ready for us to use. And there's lots of ways to do this, but I like to have an example of what I'm trying to build, and so I'm going to add a bento box reference image. And so you'll see that I've got this nice reference image that I can come back and forth to. But I could also select this and show it on the canvas. That way I've got a background image to reference as I'm building my design. These aren't there's no blocks here. We can't do anything with them. It's just a background reference. So we could use colors to design this out, or we could use fabrics. And I'm going to use fabrics this time around. So we will go ahead and just maybe use even these first two, the heirloom and the ditzy clay, and we'll go ahead and select one of those, which will automatically take us to paint mode, and we'll go ahead and design it, not worry too much about what it looks like because it's really easy to update those designs later. But if I go ahead and just tap a block here, you'll see that I painted that block on there, and I really want it to cover the full distance of this cut here. So I'll enter the select mode and I'll drag that over. And you'll see that it stretched that image across, and we don't want that. We actually want it to tile our fabric, and so we can just switch over to tile. And so we've got our first block there, and so we could add more. So if I go back to paint mode, you'll see the preview of what we're going to paint here, and we could go ahead and maybe even kind of set ourselves up to paint rather quickly here and just lay out all the blocks we want to paint and stretch, and we could go ahead and kind of just stretch these out so that they fill the cuts that we want. You want to make sure that you only have one block selected at a time, because if you have more than one, you can't stretch them out. You can move them but together, but you can't stretch out more than one at a time. And then unselect that and then select this, and now we've got kind of the first part of our bento box. And we could actually get a better idea of the cuts here by showing the block borders and hiding the grid. So now you can actually see what those cuts look like. And we'll come up to our ditzy clay here, and we'll kind of do the same thing, and it doesn't matter too much where you put these. We're going to just stretch them as long as you remember the ones that need stretching and the direction they need stretching or transforming. And I think I do. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I'd say it's looking pretty good so far. And there we go. We have our bento box design, or call it whatever you want. There's lots of different names for each block and styles for each block, but we've got a nice design here. And maybe we don't love it the first time we do it, but that's okay, because if we enter the paint replace mode, we can actually come down here and we can use colors if we want to redesign. Not amazing. Maybe this nice red might be a good color to use. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. So anyways, yeah, we've got a nice bento box block here. And I'm going to do the community a favor, and I'm going to share this to the community feed so anybody can use this design. And that's fine. We can call it we can bento box and block as a tag so it's easier to search. And then we'll hit share, and that will go into the community feed for anybody to download. So we only covered a little bit of the functionality here. There's lots of other functionality for the Quiltler 3 app, but hopefully this gets you started and gets you kind of understanding what's going on. And hopefully you can have fun with it. So anyways, love to hear your comments and feedback. Give us a follow, and we'll put out some more tutorial videos. And if you have any special requests for tutorial videos, you want to go over the different functionalities of the app. There's already a few tutorials out there to go over different things like how to create and use cuts. Cuts are a lot of fun once you learn how to use them. And so anyways, again, love to get your feedback, and I hope this helps you start your journey with the Quiltler 3 app.